Okay, I think we'll be able to go through part of the questions here. We'll go through the Gemara on another video, and we'll finish the questions then. So, question number one: why is an uman a shemer sachar? The answer to that would be, well, let's just clarify this. When we say that an uman shemer sachar, what we're referring to is that one of the types of watchmen is a shemer sachar, and he has certain obligations. He's chayav on pshia and he's chayav on gneva abeda. Now, an uman is a craftsman. He's not in this chart, but because he's not a watchman. But what we're saying is that an uman does have the status of a shemer sachar, which means he would be chayav here, which means pshia and gneva abeda. Okay. So our question was, why is he a shemer sachar? Well, the Gemara said the reason why he's a shemer sachar is because he has a great benefit besides working on the object, and he gets paid for that. But that doesn't turn him into a shemer sachar. He's not getting paid to watch it. He's getting paid to work on it. But nevertheless, he does have a side benefit, and that is he gets to hold the object until the person pays him, which is kind of like holding a ransom. But that's a little benefit that he has. It has value, and that's what makes him into a shemer sachar. It's as if the owner is paying him to watch it for him, and that's why he's going to have that extra sort of responsibility. Okay, if a shayl tells the owner to send the cow and it dies on the way back, who is chayav? Without Rafan Bar Papa, the answer to this is that the shayl is chayav. The shayl is going to be chayav on the way there and on the way back. If he tells the owner to send the cow, dies on the way back, he's going to be chayav. Why does he have to tell him to send it? The Gemara basically, this question is probably not worded correct. The question, the Gemara says that he's chayav if he tells him to send it. He's chayav on the way there, and the same halacha applies to the way back. However, this business over here, if he tells him to send, may be true in all. You can probably cut this out, and the question would still be there. We'll do it like this. If it dies on the way back, who is chayav, regardless of if the shayl tells him to send it or not? Okay. The answer is the shayl is chayav. What does Rafan Bar Papa say? Rafan Bar Papa says that the shayl is only chayav if it's during the time of borrowing. However, if it's after the time of borrowing, then the borrower takes responsibility because the time of borrowing was up. Why does the Gemara assume that Gemartiv is a shemer sachar? Okay, now we're already getting into the Gemara. Let's take a look at the Gemara in order to be able to do this. The Gemara says like this. The Mishnah said, any craftsman that said, take it, and then bring the money later, he's a shemer chinam. Why is he a shemer chinam? Well, he's not holding a ransom, like we answered in question 1, that he's only a shemer sachar because he was holding a ransom. Now he's agreeing for him to take it, so he's a shemer chinam. Okay, so Tanan Hasim we learned over there in Perik HaShayel. Amalei Shayel, if the borrower says shlach, send it. B'sholchan, he sent it, umeis, and it died on the way. Chayev, he's going to be chayev. V'chein b'shah shemachzir, the same thing applies at the time of returning. Like we said in question 2, that he's going to be chayev for the return trip as well. So Amar Rafan Bar Papa, Amar Rav Chizda, Rafan Bar Papa says the name of Rav Chizda Leishana. We only learned that he's going to be chayev on the return is only shechzir b'teichem eshelasa, if it was returned during the time of borrowing. Avalachi eshelasa, but if it's after the time of borrowing, then pater, he's going to be pater. So that's the statement of Rafan Bar Papa, and the reason is because, well, it's already the responsibility of the owner. Because the time of borrowing was up, you knew that it was coming back. He's responsible already. Okay, Master Rav Nachman Bar Papa. Rav Nachman Bar Papa has a question. This question, or this comparison between the case in Hashoyal of the returning the cow to the owner by an agent, by a messenger, and it's going to die along the way, comparing that to the craftsman who is finished his work and is telling the owner, that I'm done, or take it. This is going to be asked 3 ways in our Gemara. So, Master Rav Nachman Bar Papa, this is the first version. Rav Nachman Bar Papa has a question. If the craftsman says, take it, and bring the money, he's a shemer chinam, like we just explained why. So, Hagamartiv. But if he says that I have completed the work, then he's a shemer sachar. In this instance, we don't really know that the person is giving up the benefit of being of holding it ransom. He just says, "I'm finished the work." Maybe he wants his money first, maybe not. Whatever the case is, if he says Hogamartiv, so then he would. The Gemara assumes that he would still be a Shemer Sachar, just like an Uman, a regular Uman is a Shemer Sachar. It's only like we said in question 1. We said this. Why is an Uman a Shemer Sachar? Well, we said because he gets to hold it ransom. And if he says Gamartiv, he's still a Shemer Sachar. Why does the Gemara assume that Gamartiv is a Shemer Sachar? Because he didn't say that I don't need to hold it ransom. Okay, what is Rav Nachman Bar Papa? Let's see if I can write this in now. Asking in the first way of learning. Well, what he's asking is, there's a comparison that's being made between the Uman who is saying, I have completed the work, and we said he's a Shemer Sachar, and the Shoyel who is returning the object is no more a Shoyel. So why when the time is up for the Shoyel does he drop from being a Shoyel and he goes down one level to a Shemer Sachar, but the Uman who started off as a Shemer Sachar, when the time is up, he says he's finished his work, remains a Shemer Sachar. That's the Gemara's question. That's the answer to question 4. Is what is Rav Nachman Bar Papa asking? His first way of learning is that there's a difference between an Uman who remains in his status and the Shoyel who drops from his status. Okay, how does the Gemara answer this question? The Gemara answers the question by saying that Loi, no, you made an assumption which is not true. What was the assumption? The assumption was that if he says Gamartiv, I've completed the work, he's a Shemer Sachar. Loi, that's not true. What the Mishnah really means to say is Ha-hevi mais v'tola shelcha Shemer Sachar. When is he a Shemer Sachar? Only if he says bring the money first and then take what is yours. Why does he stay a Shemer Sachar then? Because he's still holding a ransom. He says bring the money and then I'll give you what's yours. Aval Gamartiv, but if he says I'm done, then what would the din be? Shemer Chinam. Maybe it's a Shemer Chinam then. So therefore, there's a symmetry, there's a great comparison between the Shoyel and the Uman. So if we go back to the question, how does the Gemara answer his question, Rav Nachman Bar Papa's question? The answer is that Gamartiv is really a Shemer Chinam. So therefore, just like a Shoyel drops from his status when he's returning it, if the time is up, so also the Uman drops from his status when he says, I'm finished. He becomes a Shemer Chinam. He started off as a Shemer Sachar. So the symmetry is there. They're equal in the way that they work. Okay. Let's do. Why is this answer problematic? The reason why this is problematic is because the Mishnah didn't say so. And let's take a look. The Gemara says, "Ihachi." If so, I'll show you why it's problematic. Adatani v'kol shemer tala shelcha. Instead of saying tala shelcha v'avi may shemer chinam, which is what the Mishnah said, instead of saying that, nishmin and gemarti v'kol shkin tala shelcha. Stops right there. There's supposed to be a comma there, or a question mark. Instead of saying tala shelcha v'avi may shemer chinam, take what is yours and bring the money to shemer chinam. Nishmin and gemarti, just let us hear gemarti is a shemer chinam. V'kol shkin tala shelcha, and then for sure if he says take what is yours, because for sure if he's ready to give it back without holding a ransom, then he doesn't have that benefit. So he's not going to be a Shemer Sachar. Now, even if he doesn't say take it back, he just says I'm finished. He's already a Shemer Chinam. So then, for sure, if he says take it back, for sure he should be a Shemer Chinam. So why didn't the Mishnah just say the bigger Chiddush, and I would know the lesser Chiddush? I would know the more obvious one. Must be that really Gamartiv is a Shemer Sachar. So why is this answer problematic? Because the Mishnah said a lesser Chiddush. And if it's true that Gamartiv is a Shemer Chinam, then the Mishnah should have said the bigger Chiddush. Okay, so now the Gemara answers. It's going to be question 7, actually, the answer. But let's take a look at the answer in the Gemara. The Gemara says, actually, Tala Shelcha Tzrichle. No, the answer is because it was necessary to say Tala Shelcha and not Gamartiv. Why? Because Sal Kedai T'chamina, I would have entered my mind to say Shemer Chinam Nami Lehavi, that he's not even a Shemer Chinam, Mashplan, that he's at least a Shemer Chinam. Okay, so why is it necessary to say Tala Shelcha? And we wouldn't have known it from saying only Gamartiv? The answer is because I wouldn't have known that Tala Shelcha is a Shemer Chinam. The reason for this is because if someone would give me an object and say, watch it, and I would say, take it, I'm not watching it, so then I would not be a Shomer. I'm only a Shomer if you remember in the Mishnah, if I say, Hanach Lafanai, put it down before me. However, if I don't say that, and I say, take it, so then I would be a I won't be a shomer at all. And here I'm actually saying take it, and nevertheless I am a shomer. I'm a shomer chinam. Well, the reason is because you already accepted responsibility the first time. But why is it necessary to say tala shalcha? I would have thought that that tala shalcha is not even a shomer chinam. Okay, we'll stop over here. We'll do the Akadamri in the next video.